time. Hey guys, it's Katie, and I love a food challenge. So today I've asked my friends Kelly and Jasmine to join us to see who can turn an iconic celebrity look into an edible masterpiece. They're only gonna have 3 hours to complete this task, and at the end, I will be joined by As-Is producer and fashion expert Lindsay Webster. She bakes, she knows everything about beauty and fashion. It's gonna be great. I think it's time to find out what celebrity look we've chosen.
3, 2, 1. Ariana Grande!
I love her.
It's Ariana Grande. I freaking love her.
I love Ariana Grande. I think she's beautiful. All her outfits are crazy, but this looks intimidating.
The dress is beautiful, but the color is quite dim.
I'm a little worried about the color of the dress, especially in terms of food.
It's gonna be great, I promise, and it is a competition, so there will be prizes. The winner will take home this beautiful Into You trophy that we've made here at Tasty, and the loser will take home the thank you next.
I am so stressed about Kelly being my competitor. One, she's my friend, and two, she went to culinary school and is like a chef.
Do you wanna win?
Yeah, I want to freaking win.
Let's cook the look. Your time starts now.
I'm just brainstorm for a minute.
For Kelly's masterpiece, she'll be making a 7-layer cake with gold speckled champagne strawberry jam placed between each layer. The outside will be covered with fondant ruffles, and the top tier will be covered with silver sparkles and a gray satin ribbon. To finish it, Kelly will top the cake with sugar strands to mimic Ariana's iconic blonde ponytail.
I feel like I can pull this off in 3 hours. The only thing that scares me is I have to cook and cool cakes.
I think I'm gonna go with a beverage.
Jasmine's dish will be built in a gold rimmed glass, filled with gold boba, sweetened Earl Grey tea, and charcoal-infused oat milk. On top, she'll place a cotton candy cloud and strawberry roses. Finally, for a show-stopping entrance, Jasmine will make a sugar cage to cover the entire dish.
Kelly's making a cake, so I'm a little scared. They don't even compare.
You guys might wanna get started. You only have 3 hours.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm good.
This is what I'm going with. Let's see.
Starting with some water, I'm gonna add in my sugar and then a couple tablespoons of tapioca starch. I am making my boba first because it's gonna take so long. All right, I'm gonna throw this in the microwave, 1 minute, 15-second intervals. I'm using 24 karat gold edible glitter to make my boba glittery.
Hopefully Boba is gonna help me win, especially incorporating 24 karat gold into there.
The gold is because, well, it's very vibrant. It's Ariana Grande, she's glamorous, and also it's an ode to the Grammys.
And I'm gonna start by creaming some butter and sugar. When I'm under pressure, it's like a toddler running around naked. Chaos, and you're trying to catch them, and it's just crazy. So the butter and sugar is creamed. Now I'm gonna add some egg whites. I'm going to combine my dry ingredients. I have flour, baking powder, and salt. And then over here, I have some room temperature milk, oil, and some vanilla. And then we're gonna alternate adding our wet ingredients and our dry ingredients. My batter is combined. I chose to do a 7-layer cake to represent one of the songs she was nominated for, 7 Rings.
What are you working on right now?
Just a 7-layer cake, no big deal. What are you working on?
Just some tea. So my boba dough is not coming together. I don't think it likes the gold glitter. It's all crumbly and it's not supposed to be like this.
Things are off to a really rocky start. I've never incorporated the glitter into boba dough before, and it is coming out very crumbly. And so I'm adjusting the water to match the dough texture, but everything's crumbling.
My cake batter came together really quickly. I got them in the oven, and I'm feeling pretty confident.
Just because of that little hiccup, I'm not sure if it'll boil correctly with the texture that I'm looking for. I'm not gonna freak out because it'll mess up my next few steps.
All right, so next up, I'm gonna make some strawberry jam to go in between the layers of cake. I read that strawberries are her favorite dessert, and to spice it up, I'm gonna add a little champagne.
Do you have extra glasses? Should we toast right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The burner is not heating, and I'm getting stressed out because these strawberries have to cook down and soften. So I put a lid on top to see if that's gonna help speed up the process. I'm starting to get worried about the time because it has to cool before I can assemble the cakes.
I'm rolling out some of my dough. I cut them into the size where I'm gonna roll them to. And then instead of rolling them one by one, I kind of just put multiple on my palm. I'm adding some tapioca flour to the bowl. I'm gonna toss the balls in there. I just don't want them to stick to each other.
So I'm still waiting for that to come to a boil, but in the meantime, I'm gonna add some champagne to our cornstarch to make a slurry. That's gonna incorporate easily into our jam so there's no clumps. So I've never made this before. I'm hoping the champagne flavor really comes through, but we'll see. So now I'm gonna add my cornstarch slurry to my jam. The thing with cornstarch, once it's boiled, it means it's activated and it has seconded what you want it to. I'm gonna transfer it to a bowl to let it cool. I'm gonna go pop this in the freezer and then I'm gonna stir in those gold flakes because I don't want them to melt.
The boba's taking really long.
This is very tedious work. I'm a little stressed. I think we should, when you get a moment, we should have another little cheers.
I'm almost done with this.
Cheers.
So I just have some traditional buttercream here. I creamed up some butter, added some powdered sugar, added a little milk to thin it out, and now I'm gonna tint it gray to match the dress. I couldn't find gray, so we're going with black. I'm just gonna do a little at a time. I feel like it looks like a blue tint.
That literally looks like the exact same color.
Does it?
Yes.
All right.
By the way, you only have like an hour and a half.
What's left? I just took my cakes out of the oven. I popped them in the freezer, hoping that's gonna help cool them down quicker. I'm just waiting here.
Can you help?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that allowed? Can she help me?
Kelly's waiting for her cakes to cool. I'm still making the boba, rolling each one. And Kelly was so nice, she came and helped me, but I want to beat her.
I'm hoping it'll become more transparent as it's boiling.
Thank you, Kelly, for helping me roll the bobas. I'm finally done.
I'm gonna throw the boba in and let them boil for about 20 minutes or so.
This jam has cooled. It's a little thicker than I wanted, so I'm just gonna add another splash of champagne. So this is an adult cake. Don't serve this to your kids. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that edible gold in there. I've never done this. It's kind of like dissolving into the red. It's not looking great. I'm having major regrets. So what do? I just keep adding more, thinking it's gonna fix it.
I'm adding a couple bags of Earl Grey tea. Once we add in the oat milk, it'll make it nice and creamy. I'm really waiting, but it's taking so long. I thought I'd be way ahead of Kelly. She's making a cake.
I'm leveling these cakes. The first one was very uneven. Look how good this cake looks. The crumb is tight, it's super moist. Now I'm gonna start assembling. I got 7 layers to make, so here we go.
I am going to steep my tea for about 4 to 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna infuse my oat milk with some activated charcoal. I'm gonna use that as the creamer to get that beautiful gray ombre look.
To get the color of Ariana Grande's dress, I am using activated charcoal in a few of my elements. I don't use activated charcoal very often, never actually, so I'm kind of just testing. Hopefully it doesn't affect the flavor that I'm going for.
I just built a wall of buttercream around the edge of the cake so it will hold in the jam, and I'm gonna do that in between each layer. All right, time for the crumb coat. This is just like a thin layer to pick up all these crumbs so they don't end up on your outer layer.
This is sabotage in itself because Kelly knows I love watching people make cakes, and now I'm a little distracted.
I feel like I don't have enough icing to make this, but must keep going.
Are you hot?
Yeah, I'm hot. My icing is falling off the side. I'm not a professional.
That is a lie.
Here's the good thing about crumb coat though. It doesn't matter what it looks like because nobody's gonna see it.
I will have to add this into my tea, so I don't want it to dilute too much.
I'm putting the crumb coat on my cake and the cakes are sliding everywhere because they're not cooled down enough and I'm not getting those straight sides that I wanted.
My boba is done boiling. I'm gonna let it sit for another 20-30 minutes. So I'm gonna get started making the brown sugar syrup bath. Just brown sugar and water. Just gonna mix it until it thickens.
Okay, so my cakes are crumb coated. I popped them in the freezer to kind of get some more stability on them. And in the meantime, I'm rolling out some gray fondant and these will be the ruffles for the dress. I think I'm gonna have to make like at least 100 ruffles. Basically, I'm just like flattening out the edges a little bit so it looks a little more realistic. And then I'm gonna take my circle and just fold it into like whatever shape you want to get a little ruffle.
The boba isn't looking exactly how I wanted it to look. I wanted it to be clear with gold speckles, but I'm kind of digging the way they're coming out.
The brown sugar syrup wasn't quite thick enough, but it's fine. I'd rather have it in there so that the bobas don't stick together.
Going into this, 3 hours is more than enough time, so I thought, but I'm running super behind and I didn't even have time to thicken my brown sugar syrup.
So I am gonna make a sugar cage. This is my least confident and biggest hill that I will have to overcome today. I am using this giant jar and this will go over my drink and then I'll lift it off.
Oh my God. Jasmine?
So I'm adding half a cup of water, mixing in some corn syrup and some sugar, and I'm gonna bring it to 311 degrees.
I love the ruffles I'm making. I was a little cautious going into it. I had never done it before, but I think they really look like ruffles and they're beautiful. I'm gonna put these out of the way and go grab those cakes. This is what I wanted. Finally something worked out. It's super stiff. So I'm gonna add this layer of icing, get it super smooth. I am just like an amateur when it comes to icing cakes, and It's like sliding all over the place. I'm trying to create really even sides. I'm gonna coat it in silver sprinkles. And it kind of reminds me of the big diamond earrings she has on in the photo, so that'd be pretty. The sprinkles on the cake are just not what I wanted. I wanted them to be thicker to hide the imperfections of the icing and be more glittery.
If it's not the right temperature, it's not gonna hold its shape. And if it's not gonna hold its shape, I won't have a sugar cage. And then I'll lose. I am now going to rim my glass with some gold glitter. Just more gold, more fancy, more extravagance and luxury. I'm just greasing with some oil spray to keep the sugar from sticking onto the jar.
All right, my top layers are back in the freezer, and now I'm gonna add icing to my bottom layers and then add the ruffles.
For the top of the sugar cage, I'm gonna do a little butterfly.
Ariana Grande has a butterfly tattoo, so I'm gonna use some sugar and shape it into a butterfly.
Okay, it has reached hard crack stage. I'm gonna let this cool for just like a little bit so it can thicken up.
I'm gonna stick these little ruffles that I made all along the cake and line it so it looks like her dress. Okay, I started building, and then I realized I need to build it on the cake stand because once I add the ruffles, I can't move it, so.
Do you think I should put my arm through it and kind of like drip it this way?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, why not?
Sugar is like the worst burn you can have.
This is not going to work.
The sugar cage. I don't want to talk about it actually. I thought that sugar cage was gonna be, whew, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
This is when you rip something off of plastic and you see all the glue underneath.
When Kelly looked over and saw my sugar cage, her reaction pretty much told me to stop.
I'm gonna give you some advice. Sometimes it's best if it's not working just to move on.
Ow! That's hot.
Are you okay?
Did you burn yourself?
Yeah.
Sugar is like the worst burn you can have.
All right, I'm gonna try the butterfly thing now. Let's just hope my artistic skills can pull this off. I got one wing down. It looks pretty good actually, not bad. Not as bad as I thought it would be.
You have 20 minutes.
Are you serious? Half my cake is still naked.
My sugar cage failed.
Well, I thought I'd do like a little retail therapy guide.
Ooh,
And you
again?
each get to accessorize
What?
with these fashion statements inspired by Ariana.
What?
Ariana's signature pony.
Katie just gave us this hair transformation and I'm kind of into it. I don't think Kelly is.
I don't have time for this. It's gonna weigh me down.
I'm gonna grow out my hair. It's so fun to play with. Not very food safe though.
I got my butterfly. Kind of reminds me of the Chinese sugar art.
This butterfly is cute. I've never tried anything like it. I love the way it came out.
I feel weighed down. Like this is heavy.
My hair came off. Do I have to put it back on?
Yes.
While this is preheating, I'm gonna make some strawberry roses.
All right, so all my ruffles are on my cake. Now I'm gonna do my last element, which is making sugar to look like her hair. So I just got some sugar and some water. I'm just gonna heat it until it turns like a blonde caramelly color.
I'm just gonna put on the skewers and then they will come out of the cotton candy. So to make the cotton candy black, I am using black sanding sugar. I processed this down to be extra fine. It's nesting. Wow. The color is a little lighter than I had anticipated.
It's too fluffy.
No, it's not. All right, this is the perfect color. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit and then I'm gonna twirl it around this ring mold. The sugar hair is gonna be the most challenging part. I'm not an expert on working with sugar.
This is actually a little lighter than I want it to be, so I'm gonna mix some of the sanding sugar with a little bit of activated charcoal, see if I can get the base to be darker and I can build on that.
Okay, and by the way, this is your guys' 10-minute warning. 10
10
minutes.
minutes. Okay.
No!
I'm gonna take a little bit of this satin ribbon and put it around the base of the cake to replicate her gloves. So now I'm gonna find the front of my cake and then add the top layer. On the final stages! Not wispy enough, almost. My sugar has melted down, the color is perfect, but the consistency I'm having a little bit of trouble with. It can't be too thick, it can't be too thin, and if it gets too cool quickly, then it all breaks apart. Oh, how much time is left?
5 minutes.
What?
No. Okay, gotta try again. I'm really struggling with this sugar hair. I feel like it's gonna be the element that brings my whole dish together, and if I don't get it right, I'm gonna be really bummed.
I'm not sure if the activated charcoal was a mistake or not.
The cotton candy will not take the color of the activated charcoal and it's driving me insane.
Wow!
Does it look like hair?
My sugar's still not melted.
Jasmine, you have 3 minutes.
I'm already running low on time. The activated charcoal is not cooperating with the cotton candy machine and Kelly is pretty much done with her cake.
It just started working. We're on a super time crunch.
It started working. I'm very happy. It's nice and poofy and finally it's getting that fluff, the poofiness, the cloud that I envisioned.
It's time to assemble and it's go time.
Kelly, are you done?
I'm done! Here, let me hold it.
Oh, thank you. Start with some gold boba.
You literally have 1 minute.
Ah! Ice. I whipped some cream together.
All right, you have 10 seconds.
I think Kelly's is gonna taste good. I know it looks good.
I looked over at Jasmine, and the moment she placed that sugar butterfly on the cotton candy, I was like, I'm done.
Your time is up. You guys' time is up. Let's see.
I'm very happy with how the boba came out. Super shiny and super shimmery, and the flavor of the tea, chef's kiss.
I love the way my cake turned out. Not to toot my own horn, but I had this vision in my head and it came out perfectly and I'm just so happy. All right, should we go grab Katie and Lindsay and see what they think?
Oh, I'm nervous, but yeah, let's do it.
Oh my goodness. I think this is kind of that drink where there's like cotton candy on top. It's a little avant-garde. It's not exact replica of the dress, but the dress itself is avant-garde. So I feel like there's inspiration here. Is this glitter boba?
I don't think my dish looks exactly like the picture of Ariana Grande and her dress, but I do really think that it captures the spirit of the dress.
This reminds me almost of, you know, like Super Sweet 16? This looks like that. I can see the resemblance here straight across from the dress. This gold sugar ring looks reminiscent of her golden hair. And oh my God, the ruffles look just like the ruffles in the dress. All right, so I think one thing that's a little bit of a miss for me on these is that this one is a little too on the nose, whereas this one is very far away from the nose.
I'm gonna dig in and see how these bad boys taste.
It looks like strawberry in here, strawberries and cream, which is my favorite kind of cake. This is really spongy.
That champagne strawberry filling is delicious. It's just heavenly. The only problem for me is I'm not a big fan of fondant. Let's try the boba.
I love boba, so I have expectations. Whoa, that tastes rich.
That Earl Grey pairs really nice with the brown sugar.
And the consistency of boba is important. This is very good. Katie and I are gonna discuss, and we're going to reveal the winner.
I'm nervous about Lindsay coming in. I know she's a fashion expert, but I think she's gonna be impressed with the ruffles on my cake that look just like the dress.
I don't know what she's thinking. I have no idea what she's thinking. I don't even know if she likes boba.
Why am I nervous? Well, look at all of our ponytails, first of all. Just 3 girls and their ponies. I truly feel like I'm standing in the presence of greatness. You both did so good. This was a really hard decision for Katie and me to make.
We're waiting for the results, and it is so nerve-wracking.
I just wanna know who won.
So the winner of the Ariana Grande challenge is... the boba! This dress is so avant-garde and creative and different, and we felt like the dessert encaptured the Ariana Grande spirit from the inside to the outside.
What? I won! I really did not see this coming.
Yours was seriously perfect.
Oh, thank you. So I didn't win, but honestly, I think this one might be the cuter trophy.
I almost feel like Kelly should come in and I should hand this over to her.
I'm really excited that Jasmine won. She was a champion all day long.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what other celebrity looks you want us to try next. Thank you. Next.
Round 2, I'm coming for you, Jasmine. Let's go.
Would you do this competition again?
No, I'm not gonna do this again with Kelly. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna take beginner's luck and peace out. I'm done. It fell.